This video demonstrates how to clean a data set to make it easier to work with. So first, let's say you have the World Heritage Site, and we go to the Excel file to download the full file. And so you could either use this or this. Let's use the regular Excel file. And once it's downloaded, I would like to go to Google Sheets and import it into Google Sheets. You could do all the same steps in Excel itself. I just prefer to store it online on Google Sheets and share it with you all so you can get the data. Okay, so now that you have it, you need to import the file. And when you import it, you say, I'm going to upload the file. So you browse until you find the downloaded file. So then we click on the file, he uploads it, say import the data and replace the sheet. That's great. So now you have all the data in this Google Sheet. You might want to make some changes to it. You could delete a lot of the columns that you're sure you will not use. For example, I know I'll use the ID number, but I don't need a unique ID. I'm going to hold down the control key to select a bunch of these. I don't want this column. And so I can right click and delete those. Delete. You can delete the selected column. In terms of the name, I'm gonna only for now use the English language ones. So select the other languages and delete those. You can hold down the Shift key to select multiple ones. That's continuous. So using the Shift key again, I'm going to delete a few more. I do want the date inscribed because that's when the UNESCO set and recognized this World Heritage Site. So I have the short description, the name, the date inscribed. The other ones are not so important, so I'll delete more of these. Okay. Longitude, latitude, I will need it in case I make any maps. The area I want to use when I visualize the size of the dot on the map. You can also use it for comparison if you want to create other types of charts to compare the size, the actual physical area geographically. All these other variables are not so useful, so I'm going to delete those as well. The category has two. One is the abbreviation, C for cultural, makes C/N, and N stands for natural. I'll just take one of these and delete the other one. Here again, the name of the country, I'm going to delete the other languages. I'm going to delete, for the name of the region, also the other languages. Okay, and so now I'm left with the ISO, two-letter, two-character code for the country and the three-character. Some software will require me to use the code because the spelling of the countries are often sometimes different and not consistent. So the code is always going to match. So definitely keep those codes. This variable called transporter is helpful to me because we'll see later that transporter has a very interesting significance in terms of if it's set to 1, that means multiple countries share this World Heritage Site. So we'll need to come up with a policy or a set of guidelines and criteria for assigning the count of which country is recognized for these transboundary sites. The last step in cleaning the data is to rename the title of the columns of the variables. When you use the software, it's better to have human readable names. So this I will call site ID. I think that's fine. Show description's fine. Date inscribed. Maybe I'll just use year. I could also just use date. Uh, so either day or year is fine. The state is actually not a state in the colloquial sense. It's actually a country of its country. Uh, and those are the only things I need to change, I believe. Okay. So this is how I typically go about cleaning a kind of very, uh, you know, big data set that is, has a lot of terminology. And I try to make it easier for myself and other people working on this data set to be to make it easily recognizable and uh, easy to work with and easy to understand what's going on. Okay, I'll stop here and we'll go to the next lesson later.